Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited. It's like Christmas in July. The Customer Appreciation Party new products have arrived and I am so excited. I literally opened the box just to see which ones arrived because I placed 2 orders and only one has gotten here so far, and I was like, please let it be the one with all of the new products, and it is. And I haven't even opened it other than flipped open the lid. And you want to know how I knew upon flipping open the lid which ones were here? Because of the scent. The Fruit Punch collection is as it says it was, and it is scented like Jolly Ranchers. So today we're gonna go through all of the new goodies, see how they compare to other products in the line, and we'll even see how much of it we can play with on the face. So if you are interested in seeing how you can wear all of the new goodies, be sure to check out today's video. And as always, thanks for being here. Let's dig in. If you've never got a package from Seint before, like even their box, even their shipping is beautiful. Like the embossed logo on the box, I just think they have the most beautiful attention to detail. So we have our shipping stuff, you have your label, and now let's get into the goodies. I did get a set of microfiber cloths, but that's not new to this. That's not new to this release, but here is my brand new palette. I did get the orange. What is its official name? I can't even remember, but it is a palette 12. It has the embossed logo in gold. It says number 12 on the back. So on one side, you will have your mirror and your room for 6 tins. And on the other side will be your other 6 tins. And you even have your logo inside your palette. And remember, your palettes are all magnetized, so all of your products will fit in here individually. So you only replace the ones that you need, and if you want to swap things out, you can easily do that because they're all individually magnetized. Now we also have a yellow and a green that came out in this release. I know I have one of the other ones coming in the other package, but I don't even remember what color I picked. And now on to the goodies. So let's get this guy out of the way. You can see the logo in the bottom of the box. Everything's so pretty. So let's start with the Fruit Punch collection. So last year they released at Customer Appreciation 4 of the 5: watermelon, cherry, tangerine, and pineapple. And this year they added a 5th, which I am super excited about, and it's the addition of grape. So we have grape, we have watermelon, the tin lids are so beautiful, tangerine, pineapple, and cherry. And each of them smells exactly like they say. So this is cherry. While we're at it, let's just get to swatching. So they are a sheer pop of color, which is why I just loved so much when they released this collection last year, because they are wearable, they are buildable, you can add them to other shades, and they are just so much fun. They literally smell amazing. So this is cherry. Probably should have grabbed a cloth here. Let's see. Okay. And wipe my finger off here. And let's go into watermelon. So watermelon is just this perfect summer pink. We will swatch this one. Ooh, this one reminds me of those watermelon, like the Sour Patch candies, the watermelon scent. So this is cherry, this is watermelon, and then we have tangerine, which is this lovely orange shade here. This was actually my favorite from last year's collection because I used to love, see how light? You don't have to wear this very heavy. So this was before we had Jolene or Tiger Lily. So this was like the first time that we had something in the orange family, a little more orange than Venice. So this was my favorite that I wore on the cheeks because we didn't have anything like it And yes, the smell is delicious. Now here is pineapple, and I know this one confuses everybody. They're like, what am I gonna do with yellow? Well, I will show you what I do with it because I'm not a huge proponent of it on the lips. It just doesn't go with my skin tone. I think for women of color, it will look beautiful, but it does do a really nice job of brightening in areas where maybe you have a little bit of discoloration on the skin. I've worn it under the brow bone and actually like on colors that are cooler on the cheeks to warm it up a little bit. So this is pineapple, and here's the one that I couldn't wait for, that I'm so excited about, and this is grape. And it smells exactly like it says. Let's see. So this one has a little bit of a film on it. It's just when they're poured, sometimes they get a film on top, so you can just work your finger over that film and, oh yeah, this is grape. I'm actually very, very excited about like mixing grape with like an Ibiza or something on the lips. If you are a mauve girl, I think this is gonna look amazing on the cheeks. So here we go. This is the Fruit Punch Collection: cherry, watermelon, tangerine, pineapple, and grape. Where should we start? I feel like because it's new, I have to just try the grape on the lips. Oh yeah. This is exactly what I was hoping for. It's just that little, like, mauve pop of color that I think is so pretty. And I think it would look beautiful with like a lip liner of like nude. And if you're somebody who didn't grab August, well, this is not August. Okay, let me see here. We do have August here. You'll see they look very different, but they have that like same kind of mauve undertone. So if you didn't grab August, it's not too late, but it is low stock unless it's already gone. But you'll see there is some similarity there. So that is grape on the lips, no lip liner. Let's just go right in and try some on the cheeks. And I think that I love it. So what do you guys think of grape? I'm a big fan. So this is grape, and grape is more on the cool toned side of things. So I'm gonna show you how you can use pineapple, because while I don't love this color alone on the lips, I actually like it just fine on the cheeks for a brightener, but I wanna show you one of its more like common uses. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on the shape brush, and I'm gonna tap this on top of grape. And you'll see what it does, difference between the lips and the cheek here, is that it takes that cool tone and makes it a little bit more warm. So by adding that yellow in, it no longer looks as strong like in the purple family, but now it kind of looks a little bit pink. We can do the same thing if we want to do that in the center of the lips. And this will work like with any cooler tone. You can change up the color of your shades, and this is a great one to do it. Another common use is to use on like the high points of the face if you have any discoloration, like areas that you feel like you're a little bit purple. You can just brighten things up a little bit with pineapple. So that is my favorite use for pineapple because it's actually my favorite of all of the smells. So I love to mix it with other shades and essentially warm up a cooler shade, just helping change that tone a little bit. It's perfect to do that. You'll even see how it changed our lips from that grape-ish to kind of that, I left the grape on the outside, but now it looks a little bit more pink in the middle. So this is the perfect use for pineapple. What do you guys think? Now we're going to talk about tangerine. And I feel like by the time I'm done with this video, I'm going to smell like a giant box of candy. So we have grape and pineapple over here. Let's go on to the other side of the face. And I'm going to show you, there are so many different uses for tangerine. You can use tangerine the same way that you would a bronzer and just add a little bit of that orange base into the skin. Or you could go like full on lip and cheek, and because these are so sheer, you're just adding like the simplest flush of color, and then we can even use it on the lips. I removed the grape pineapple combo, and I did line my lips with my favorite lip liner, which is suede lip liner, and I'm just going to take the multitasker and we are going to apply some tangerine. And this is buildable. Remember, they're sheer, all these sheer colors, but they can be built up so you can wear it as pigmented as you like. What are we thinking of tangerine? So we have it on the forehead as a bronzer, more pigmented on the cheek, and then even more pigmented on the lips. Let's see, just for the sake of playing, what does it look like when we add a little bit of pineapple to the center? Change that tone a little bit. Kind of give a pout to the center of the lip, like when you add an illuminator. What do you guys think? So far, grape, pineapple, tangerine. What's your favorite so far? Now I gotta remove all of this so I can show you guys watermelon and cherry. So I'll be right back. Back with a fresh face of makeup to jump in to the next, which is cherry. And it reminds me, well, it's like fancy cherry. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's not like a plasticky cherry. Like sometimes you get that in like your like drugstore cherry chapsticks. This one reminds me of grown-up cherries. I don't know. You have to let me know. I'm not great at describing scents. Pretty good at describing color, but not so good at describing scent. So you guys will have to let me know when you use cherry. What do you think it reminds you of? Like, is there something else that sticks out, or just cherry? So let's give it a go here, starting light-handed. Remember, these are buildable, so you can go as sheer. That one's great. As sheer or built up as you like, whatever you prefer. But I think cherry and watermelon, I think are by far the two that make like the most sense to people. And I think cherry just looks lovely. I wore this quite a bit last year when it came out. And then when they sold out last time, I was like, oh no, I can't wear it anymore, because I try not to wear the products that are no longer available. And that was right around the time that I had just started becoming an artist. So I think cherry is definitely one of those shades that can be worn year round. So I think this one is going to be super, super popular for the fact that I can see people wearing this all the time. The last one, and this is watermelon, which I think is by far the most wearable like summer shade, right? So let's see, grabbing the blush and bronzer brush, got quite a bit of pigment on there, but again, it's really sheer. So let's add this on and we can build it up as we go. Put a little bit more. I'm sorry, but I think the scents are amazing. It literally, I know I said it reminds me of like that watermelon candy, but it seriously does. And it's really good. Get a little bit going here on the lips. I will add a swatch picture for this one as well. Though truthfully, this one's kind of like a standalone for us. The pigmentation is different than any of the other ones that we have. It's kind of true most of this collection, actually. Okay. What do you guys think? So I know last year Tangerine was my favorite on the face because we didn't have anything in the orange family, so it was like new. This year, I think I'm somewhere in between grape and watermelon. Grape has that, I don't know, I just love that like lilac color. And then this one is just the perfect punch of summer pink for sure. So what do you guys think? Do you have a favorite? You have to let me know. Before we move on to a whole nother bag of goodies, I'm telling you guys, this was the best release ever. And I think everything is still available, so definitely go check and grab something if you didn't yet, because this was just the most fun. But before I move on, I added all of my fruit punch collection to my super cute new palette. As a reminder, we have cherry, watermelon, tangerine, pineapple, and grape. And as I'm looking at watermelon right now, I have like Barbie movie vibes. Is it just me? What do you guys think? All right, let's see what we have in pouch number 2. Instead of starting over with a whole new face and really irritating my skin, I just took off my cherry on here, redid my makeup, and added watermelon. So now we match on both sides. We can take a peek at what else we have. Okay, so there is High Tide, which is our new bronzer. We have Peach. Oh, I forgot about Peach. Talk about all the scents, okay? This is Peach Lip Balm. And I don't want to get watermelon on it. But look at that shine. That smells really good too. If you guys like fruit scents, man, this release is for you. Okay, so this is Peach Balm. And where did I put my towel? Okay. Back under control. So we have the Peach Balm, the High Tide bronzer, and then Nova, which is our newest illuminator. And we'll swatch the bronzers and the illuminators so that you can see how they compare. And then Sunshine State. So I have a new one coming in my second package. Why I got a new one, I don't know. But I just got so excited that it came back. You guys, Sunshine State is definitely like an absolute fan favorite because it just has this sheer, it's a little bit of pink with this sheer like golden shimmer over top. And it's really just so lovely. And we just found out midway through the release that this is now going to be part of our permanent collection. So the Saint gods have listened and they're going to keep this guy. But I'm going to show you what it looks like over top of watermelon so you can see how it just kind of punches it up a little bit. And we'll add it to the lips too. I'm telling you guys, Sunshine State, it is the right name. Oh, I should probably add it over here. Just gives a beautiful, like dewy, glowing, golden finish. Look at that. You should definitely grab one of these for the summer. So last but certainly not least is our new bronzer and illuminator. And I mean, of all the things, nothing says summer more than the bronzer and the illuminator. So we'll start with bronzer. So this is High Tide. And I love the like travel summer inspired theme. I think it's so cute. So High Tide. Ooh, remember how creamy your bronzers are. Like, look at, bronzer is so much creamier than everything else. So let's see. We'll swatch a little bit on here because you'll never wear it at full opacity like that. All right, so this is High Tide, which definitely has a little bit more of like a caramel undertone than probably Bella. So let's look here. Okay, so this is High Tide. I'll set that out of the way. And let's see what else we have and how it compares. Opening palettes is hard. So we have Balm, Tan Lines, Bella, and Heat Waves. And I'm guessing that this is gonna fall somewhere in between. So let's look at Tan Lines. So this is Tan Lines. Oh, that's much, much lighter. And a little bit far more neutral. Interesting. Get a little bit more on there. So that's Tan Lines and High Tide. I will show you guys Balm. I don't see a lot with Balms. This is Balm. So this has a little bit more of that orangey yellow like you would see in Balm, but it's definitely a much more wearable, like neutral. So Balm, Tan Lines, High Tide. Let's swatch it next to Bella. Remember, you're gonna wear these really sheer, so they're never gonna look exactly like this anyways. We'll do a sheer one too. But here's Bella. So just a little bit more of that like caramel color, a little warmer. And then Heat Waves, which is gonna have more of that red, like brick undertone. That's a beautiful addition. I will say that definitely fills a gap. I can't wait to try that. Okay, so let's do Bella sheer so that you guys can see. A little bit more how you actually wear the bronzer. So there's Bella, pretty sheer. And then let's do High Tide. I can't wait to try that. Definitely, and obviously they look the same, but you can see what they'll look like when they're sheared out like that. Let's give it a go. So I'm just gonna take the bronzer end, and remember, these are super, super creamy like we just saw. So you can see how much came off. We're just gonna go to the high points of the face. We would naturally get, just see I get a little bit of excess there because it's so creamy. So you go where you would naturally get a tan, the high points of the face. We're just essentially making a C. We're gonna add a little bit to the tops of the cheekbone. Typically I do my bronzer before I do my lip and cheek. That's okay. Do a little down the neck. A little across the nose, chin. And I think I'm even going to use a little bit just to carve out that bottom lip. A little bit like a smoky contour. Okay, so, I mean, it's definitely my second favorite, or in my top two, I should say. Tan lines is just a little bit light for me. Even in the winter, I'm obviously pretty tan right now. I love using heat waves. I use heat waves on the lips, and I like to mix heat waves, Bella, and Glow Illuminator all together. But this guy's gonna be right there in the running. I think High Tide is gonna be joining my regular bronzer rotation. So let's see how our new illuminators compare. I feel like this has been a marathon and we are at the finish line. Our final new product. Well, I guess that's technically not even true. We did release 3 new highlights and 1 new contour. I did a previous video on those, so you can definitely go check those out. But all of the products that we covered today are just the fun ones, the ones that you don't have to wear a specific bronzer or illuminator or lip and cheek. You can mix and match. You can do what you like. You can change with the seasons. Like for me, I can wear heat waves all summer and all fall, but it's far too like dark and red and pigmented for the winter and the spring. But that's when I can wear tan lines. So with these products, illuminators, bronzers, lip and cheeks, and even contour, if you like to play with contour, you can pick your favorite based on what you're liking and what you're feeling, where highlight shades are really more specific to color matching. Those we want to make sure we have the right colors. So those you want to get a custom color match for, which I will be happy to do for you. There's a custom color match form in the description. That's how we match you to the correct shades and help you create a makeup routine that suits you. But anyways, Nova. Nova is our final product, and I'm a lover of our cream illuminators. I just think they are awesome. Okay, so can you see this one has some bubbles on it? If you ever get one with bubbles, it's no big deal. They will literally come off as you swipe across the top. That is just from the pouring process. Sometimes you get bubbles because they put the lid on right away to make sure that it is sealed. But you can just run your finger right over the top and they are gone. And this is Nova. So let's see how Nova compares. Ooh, okay. So can you see it is more golden than I was expecting. Well, it is, obviously it's golden, but I was expecting it to be a little bit darker, where it really is not that dark. It's just a beautiful golden shimmer, probably in between some shades that we currently have. So this is Honey, this is Glow, and this is Rose Gold. So as the name states, this one definitely has like a golden rose color to it. The Glow is the darkest that we have. I like to mix that with my bronzer. I like to mix Glow with my bronzer because for me, so this is too dark to wear. This is Glow. Too dark to wear as like an accent color. And typically your illuminator is what they call like a highlighter in traditional makeup land, where you just put it on the high points of the cheekbone, underneath the brow, in the corner of the eye. You can even do it down the nose and on the Cupid's bow to just really kind of create that luminescent, like light reflectant quality and highlight or illuminate the skin. But for me, Glow is too dark to be worn alone, but it's what I mix with my bronzer all the time. So this is Glow, but this is Nova. This guy can definitely be worn alone. And let's see what it looks like next to Honey. So Honey is definitely more yellow. This one is truly, so this one is Honey, which is yellow. This one looks more golden. And then Glow has more of that caramel. And let's put some rose gold on here too. Let's see. Okay, so The rose gold definitely has more of a, I mean, honestly, it's like rose gold. I was expecting these to be a little more similar, and they're really not. So this one truly is more rose gold. Before we had this one, I would have said it was more golden than it is. So this is rose gold, this is honey. I would say it's probably right in between these two, but with more of the yellow. So this is Nova. Let's see what it looks like. We'll add a little bit. Why not just keep adding more to the face? When it comes to Illuminator, you can add it to the Cupid's bow. To kind of pop out the lip, you can add a little bit down the nose to brighten and really draw light to the center of the face. A little bit underneath the brow bone. And now let's see, I'm gonna grab my perfector. I'm gonna swipe in. Let's add some, I mean, between Sunshine State and Nova, if you like to glow, this combo is gonna be for you. Look at that. This is Nova. And that's it. That's everything. I'm even trying to think like which ones are limited edition and which ones are permanent, and I'm not even sure. There are so many new products. I do know for certain that the Fruit Punch collection is limited edition. The other ones I'm gonna have to check. So thank you guys so much for being here. I can't wait to see you again next week.